Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Black Woman Says Broke Men Belong in the Friend Zone. Let's get right into it.
Okay, ladies, let's talk about how broke men don't love you. Hear me out. Men are givers by design. This is the way God made them. This is why they are the providers. They produce seed. They are givers by nature. Women, we are receivers by nature. We are nurturers by design. This is why you hear Dr. Miles Monroe say that if you give a woman a seed, she'll multiply it and turn it into a baby. If you give a woman a house, she'll multiply it and turn it into a home. This is so correct. All right. So if men, by design, by nature, don't have anything to give, how do you think that's going to make him feel about you? Especially when he gets his sense of purpose from what he is able to reproduce. This is where men find their value in their job, in their purpose, and what they are able to give and what they are able to produce. Well, how do I know? That is why they call tithes your seed money, sowing a seed. So a man's value is tied to his money. So if he's not able to do for you, and if he's not able to give, it's hard for him to love you. Men's love grow for a woman by how much he's able to do for her, how much he's able to give her. That is how a man shows his love, through his pocketbook, how much he does for her, how much he sacrifices for her. So my advice to you is, if a man is not in a position yet to be able to give the way he wants to give to you, I suggest you wait. This is where you're able to grow your friendship. You guys pray for one another. Pray for him. You know, if he's really a friend, someone that you really respect, pray for him. But do not enter into an exclusive relationship with this man, because he's going to become resentful. Men who are not where they want to be in life financially resent their partners. And if he does not take it out on you physically, he will take it out on you verbally or emotionally or mentally. Okay? So
I'm going to stop her right here because her whole premise is a lie. And I'm going to break it down why it's a lie. Okay, so her premise, okay. So let's talk about what might be true. She said men give, women receive. Okay, we can understand that. I got a Roscoe, you got a Punani, my Roscoe gives to your Punani. I get it. But bigger than that, she says, if a broke man essentially can't provide, you shouldn't be with him. You should put him in the friend zone. Well, that's a very interesting thing. She says, why? Because men are supposed to give, sacrifice and provide for you, and you're supposed to receive. Well, doesn't that seem nice? He's supposed to just, give you all his stuff. And a man that doesn't have stuff, he can't give you stuff, therefore he has no value. But here's my problem with that. One, you're pretty much saying the only men that have value are men that are not broke. Let me tell you something. Most men are broke. Most people in America have less than $1,000 for an emergency. Most, 70%. So your argument is 70% of men don't deserve to be with somebody. But here's the problem with that. If you get with a broke man, and this is why women don't want a broke man, because they never made a broke man rich before. So their assumption is, if I want a rich man, I got to get him while he's rich. Problem is, if he's rich, would he want you? That's a problem there. Okay. Another thing is, the assumption is that the only thing a broke man can give you is stuff. Well, let me tell you something. God gives me a lot of stuff. God gives me a lot of things, but it's not just stuff. God didn't just give me a house or a bed or muscles. You know what I'm saying? Or he gave me talent. He gave me something to work with, but I had to work the thing he gave me to work with. He didn't give me stuff. In her premise, a thief has value because he could give you someone stolen goods. Right? How about this? And she also talks about women receiving. Oh yeah, we receive. We multiply when we receive. But, you never talk about receiving anything other than stuff. What about receiving instruction? How about that? Women, you're supposed to receive instruction from your man, not just stuff. See, when you hear women talk, they talk in these half-truths. Yeah, men's supposed to give, women's supposed to receive. I get it. But you ain't talking about what you're supposed to receive. You're talking about you want to receive stuff. You're supposed to receive instruction. You're supposed to follow us. God said we will rule over thee. That's biblical order. It's been ordained that way. So my problem with her is that you think that the only thing a man can provide is stuff. We can provide leadership. We can provide protection. Those things are not stuff. Leadership is not a stuff. It's intangible. God is intangible. But a lot of women focus on the tangibles because they think tangibles is life. The intangible is life too. The mindset, the direction. You can't grab direction. You can't grab mindset. But these are valuable things that men give to people. And this is why women don't want to learn what we have to say. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn from us. They just want to receive our stuff. And to me, that's very greedy. That's very selfish. And it's out of order. But I'm going to let her continue. I'm going to further break down the nonsense that this woman is talking about. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. If you're enjoying the content and want to support the channel, right now you could buy me a coffee. That's right, buy me a coffee. You could click the link in the description or use my QR code to make a one-time or monthly donation. It's easy, simple, and it goes a long way. All your support goes to funding the channel and keeping it safe from you know what. And it allows me to make better content and even collaborate with other content creators. So thank you for rocking with me. Now let's get right back to the content.
Make sure that you guys are assessing these potential relationships before you're just all in. All right. Women, when a man is giving to us, this is why I don't understand that 50-50 crap, and what does a woman bring to a table? She brings everything that a man can't. She brings everything to the table that a man can't. Okay? So a woman is able to multiply things. She is able to bring value to things. It is a woman who is able to bring value to that man's money. That is why, a man loves getting partners that he can build with, that he can grow with, right? So this is why they call it Mother Nature, because it's the seed that goes into the ground, and then it produces much fruit. When a man gives his seed to a woman, it produces a baby. So we are receivers. And so when they say a woman is a gold digger, she just wants me from, listen, she is designed to make sure that man is able to provide. Especially if she's going to bring her children into the world. She got to make sure that her and those children are going to be good. There has to be a level of security that woman gains from that relationship. Okay? So don't feel guilty or any kind of ways when a man tries to call you a gold digger or she just wants me for my money. Well, why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she, sir? I'm not saying that that's the end all to be all, but why wouldn't she? And why wouldn't you want to provide? So just something to think about. I hope this helps somebody. If so, leave me a comment, heart this video, and share with somebody that you think it'll help. Okay, ladies.
This video, my video is going to help people. Your video is not going to help anybody. It's going to confuse people. And now we understand she's revealing what she's talking about. She said, the minute I hear someone say Mother Nature, I know that they're a pagan. I know they're a heathen, and I know they're not following biblical order. They're not following biblical order, okay? Because in the Bible says that knowledge is worth more than rubies. And all things, knowledge is greater than all things. Wisdom is greater than all things. But here we have this pantheist who's a Mother Nature, which, by the way, when people say Mother Nature, they don't understand how misandrous that is. They're upset that God is a him. God is a father. So they want to say Mother Nature as an alternative to God. God being the Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be the name. They got an issue with that. Women have always had an issue with God's order, his ordained biblical order, his structure. And this is why we've always had this kind of feministic movement since Eve, since the very first woman. Since the very first woman, you're trying to go against the grain. Let me tell you something, man. When people say, yo, Shape, you so religious. I ain't religious. The Bible ain't a book about religion. It's a book that contains religion. But the Bible is not a book about religion. It's a book about kingdom. And a king and his people. Does it contain religion? Yes. But the first religion was created by a woman named Eve, and we call that religion hedonism. Right? And religion, honestly, to me, if you don't, the only people that have religion are the people that don't believe in God. Like her, she don't believe in God. She believes in Mother Nature. That is a religion. Feminism, that is a religion. Because what are they? Religion says that you get to be God and you get to determine what's right or wrong. That's what a religion is. I'm going to make it real simple for you. I am not religious because I believe in God. God determines what's right and wrong for me, right? But religion says I could become my own God and I could determine what's right or wrong for me or for you. So the religion of feminism, the religion of Mother Nature, the religion of misandry, the religion of it feels good, right? So I think what's really wrong with this world is we're out of order. We're not humble enough to say, you know what? Our ancestors, our God who are in heaven, he knows a lot more than we do. You believe Mother Nature, you're worshiping the gods and the mother and Mercury's in retrograde. You hear people talk like this. What they're really saying is we are against God. We don't believe in God. We're not going to serve God. We're going to serve who? Ourselves. We're not going to serve God. We're going to serve who? Ourselves. She's trying to be self-serving. And again, I try to tell you guys this before. If you're going to be a man, if you're going to be alpha, you're going to be wise, I personally believe the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. Okay? And we know that wisdom is more valuable than gold and rubies and all things. Because a lot of fools will ignore wisdom and take gold and waste the gold. Right? So my thoughts are, if you had a choice as a woman to be given to have a man that has stuff or the man that has wisdom, you're going to choose a man with stuff. But realistically, a fool and his gold is quickly apart. So you might meet a man with a bunch of money. You might meet a man with a bunch of stuff, but you don't realize he might be on the downtrend. He might be losing everything. But women are so short-sighted, they can't see the future. All they look at is, what you got right now? What you got right now? You got something right now? Women are so built for deception, they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They think that, oh, he put me on a fancy date. He's wealthy. Oh, he took me on a cheap date. He's broke. Not knowing that a guy that with money, he wants to test you. So I want to test women. I purposely take women on cheap dates. I purposely say, let's go out for dessert so I can spend less than $20 on a date, purposely. Because if you have a problem with that, I know you value money more than you value wisdom. And I don't want a woman that values money more than wisdom. Because God says wisdom's more valuable than money. And so if you can conflate God, if you could conflate God's words and turn them around like that, I don't want you, baby. Because if you want to know what's going to be the divine order in our household, it's going to be the Lord, it's going to be me, it's going to be you, it's going to be the children. And that's the way God ordained it. And that's why I wear this cross. So if anyone has an issue with that, find the exit. Find your way out. And I'm not saying that some of the things she's saying is not true. Is it bad to be broke as a man? Would you be kind of angry? Would you be kind of mean? Okay, I could see that. Have I been mean? Have I been angry? And have I been nasty to women when I was broke? Yes, they have been. And I'm not proud of it. And I agree that as a man, you should get your money up. You should get your success up. But it's not to earn all those things just to give it to a woman who is a fool, who doesn't understand the way the world works. That's not smart. So that one thing is true. Yeah, you could be mean and angry and not right with yourself because if you're a broke man, has an internal conflict. And honestly, poverty, in our belief, poverty is a result of spiritual warfare. Because my God is an abundant God and he wants all his children to be rich. All of his children to be rich. God he placed everything on the earth. The food, the land, the water, the animals, everything. And he told us, because she's so big on, oh, a man's supposed to provide, a man's supposed to provide, a man's supposed to provide. And women multiply, women multiply, women multiply. First off, let me tell you this, and this is in Genesis, but people don't read, right? We don't have people that read anymore. It used to be illegal for black people to read. Now black people just willfully choose not to read and get on the internet and act like they're so intelligent. But let me tell you something that's from a book that I read. It said, God said to man, be fruitful and multiply. He didn't say only women multiply. A man gives and women multiply. Everybody multiplies. Business multiplies. I don't need to team up with a woman to multiply. Can me and a woman multiply? Yes, but it's not because it's a woman and I'm a man. It's because two people come together and God says two people could make 10, where one person can make one, meaning that two people could 10x the production of an individual person by themselves. be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion. We're way more valuable than just giving a woman stuff. And until women realize men are not just wallets, they're not going to understand God. These women don't understand God. They don't. They see our work, they see the result of our work, and their thoughts are, men work hard just to give women stuff. That's just the end all be all, right? The Bible shouldn't be a thick book. It shouldn't be this thick. The Bible shouldn't be this thick. No, of course not. The Bible should be so thin that all it says that work hard for stuff and just give women your stuff. Work hard for stuff and just give women your stuff. Guys, let me tell you something, man. These women are dumber than you, and they want to lead you. They want to control you. This woman thinks you got to live up to her standard of Mother Nature, and she's going to multiply. I don't got to bring nothing to the table because I am the table, and I'm the one that can multiply because someone said it before. Someone said it before. Someone said it before. That is the answer. Someone said it before. That person who said it before, who probably don't even know who it is, that's your God. And let me tell you who that person is. That person is Satan. Satan is your daddy. Satan is your daddy, baby. Okay? God is my father. Satan is your daddy. Very, very sad. And this is a pretty black woman who's talking all this nonsense, but she thinks she's smart. She got glasses on. She thinks she's smart. This is the world we're living in. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.